They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Here we go. Detroit!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on second.
Here we go now.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. Looking to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. A toss play to Hunt. And some room to roam now. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. 48 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Slot man moves right. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. Finding some room at midfield. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 42 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal of the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard from a yard out. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. A first update from Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And his kick is right through. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. And now here comes Kansas City. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch, All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. They go play action here on first down. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly,
that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it's caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Here's Coleman. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. Now Winston. He is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And now here comes Kansas City. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Yardage brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
Well, so much for all the time that you spend in practice, because for offensive linemen and running backs to get in sync, that requires a ton of practice time, a ton of watching tape together, a ton of really getting to where you're thinking with one mind on every single play that's called, every single run, because you want to know how you guys are going to block it. They want to know how he's going to run it, what kind of cuts he's going to make, and it's really anticipatory. And when you're really locked in together, you know what he's going to do before he actually does it. On this play, that didn't happen at all, and that turned into a big loss.
On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Fielded just inside the 20. There's the stiff arm. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The slot man in motion right. Shift together here from the D-line. They go play action. Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. back to throw here. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
This is Hunt trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. To throw now on 2nd and 10. Going for the deep ball. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Santos now to add the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Jakeem Grant now to return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Ready. Easy.
Play fake. Winston. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. And the back goes into motion. The first down throw for Winston. Drops it off for Coleman. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And the wideout in motion. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Coleman. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. It's Coleman here. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tevin Coleman taking it in from a yard out. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Here's Matt Bosher now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting. And
the Chiefs are going to get him. Benny Logan. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Play action now. Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Third and long for Winston. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah,
they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Here's Brian Anger now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you cross-state to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Around the NFL, second quarter in Atlanta. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. First down, Winston. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
This is Coleman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Halfback sent in motion. Winston from the gun on third down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Jameis now on first down. And escapes the sack. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Winston now from the 50. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Coleman now. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Second down, Winston. He's going to fire one deep, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. O.J. Howard, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And now running right through it. And he's got room. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A gain of 39 that time.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Slot man moves right. Off the play fake, Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. The point after now for Aguayo. And the lead is up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Chiefs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to... Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Shepard. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. 2nd down and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly, and now 1st and goal, expect them attack right here on this play.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Second down following the incompletion. They'll set up a throw. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of the difference between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? 'Cause that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
Got to figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. Meanwhile, up in Atlanta, it's the Falcons who are leading in that one. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Hill. Room here to run. The 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. 47 yards. And the Chiefs take advantage of the turnover and put up 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, you know, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. The first half, we were treated to a lot of points. So far in the second half, we've seen more of the same.
If you play on offense, this is your kind of game. You've accumulated a whole lot of points, statistics, feeling great about things. Makes me wonder, though, halftime, defensive coordinators, defensive coaches.
Maybe nobody was listening.
Adjustments. Tell you what, you hear this sound? That's the sound of the game plan on defense for both sides. Just tear it up and throw it out. They haven't figured out anything.
They shredded it. They go play action. Winston. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And they're going to go soft on the corners. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 3rd down, Winston. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. A 1st down throw for Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that. Yeah, there was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. Directly over him. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 41 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Well, some good games around the league here early in week one, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Winston on the screen. This is Coleman. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now they try the right side here. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Jameis to throw it. Buying time to his left. One, but incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Aguayo's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On first down, he'll drop to throw, and it's incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Following the interception, Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Play action now, Winston. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Bucs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Winston. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Damon Harrison in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now here comes Kansas City. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Second down here after the incomplete pass. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 23 yards on the play. And the back goes into motion. Back to throw. They'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Chiefs on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19! Back up! No. What's in there? Party!
Now back to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Deion Jones coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. They are on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, in Santa Clara. And it was the Niners who were able to come away with a victory there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Bucs,